Hey y'all, it's Kanika popping back in with another video. So today we are going to be walking through some space-saving organizing solutions or hacks that you can implement in your home. These are the same things that I am doing in my home. If you're new here, I have a relatively small home. It's a 900 square foot house, and so I have to make sure that I'm optimizing the space with systems that make sense. And so I'm going to show you some of the things that I do in my home, hoping that it is going to be helpful for you. So again, if you too live in a small space, or you're just looking for some hacks that you can implement to optimize the functionality and the organization in your home, this is going to be the video for you. You already know what to do. If you find it helpful, go ahead and like and comment this video, but also do me a solid. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you can be notified every single time we post a new video. Let's go ahead and dive into some of the things that I'm implementing in my home to maximize the space and just have better organization. So this is a quick view of my room, but I really want to put emphasis on this little wardrobe system here. I got this from IKEA, and I use it as kind of like a multi-purpose decorative system. So you'll notice here I have the glass so you can see straight through it. So I wanted it to look nice. And then down here, you know, it's still organized. It's not the prettiest, but it's functional. So starting from the bottom, and I'll walk you all the way up through. But really the hack here is to find furniture that is multi-purpose. It can be decorative, it can be storage solutions, but it has to be intentional. So down here, I have paperwork down here, and then just like, what is this? My little vlogging kit situation I put there, and then I just stuffed this folder here. These cubes came from the Container Store, and they have all of my just electronic cords and things like that. I have 3 of them, but also notice they're stackable. That's gonna also be another tip. And then I have this filing system here, my printer, extra hats for my business. And then this is like a little vertical pull-out drawer situation. So it has like stuff for camera, stuff for my Cricut, paper stuff, decorative, because this is what you start to see. My Cricut, an extra camera, more Cricut supplies. And then this also is a Cricut machine, the small one, for, you know, organizing stuff, but it's just not in there right now because it is in my organizing bag. But the premise here is multi-purpose furniture is going to be hack number 1. The second tip is going to be to maximize your vertical space. Y'all, if you are limited on space, there's no reason why your doors should be untapped, right? So I have a door rack. This is from the Container Store. Honestly, this is the best door rack that I have been able to find. I found a couple on Amazon. They're not the greatest from my experience. I love this Alpha door rack. You can see I have the large buckets here, and then they just kind of funnel down to the medium and smalls. Now, granted, you know, this is not the prettiest. It's just kind of like household stuff. Sometimes I, you know, need this stuff for projects and I'll come and grab it. Some of this stuff is for like video and audio and stuff. And here's the actual closet. So like, it's not the prettiest, but it's functional. Don't waste your vertical space, especially when we're thinking about doors. A door rack is going to be your absolute best friend. Okay, so again, I have this wardrobe system. Again, it's from IKEA. Absolutely adore it. But what I want to showcase here are my shoe space savers, and I'll show you another space that they're in. But this is going to help you maximize your vertical space and stack more shoes so that you can fit more shoes on a row or a shelf or something like that. I don't need it here, but down here I need it, and I'll show you where I have this also maximized a little bit more for my tennis shoes. But again, multi-purpose furniture, maximizing vertical space, however you need to get it done, right? So I showed you a door rack. I'm also showing you the shoe space savers. And even look, like these little risers to stack, you know, 2 layers of shoes is a perfect way to maximize your vertical space when you have small spaces or you just live in a small home. So this is, I don't know what tip we're on, but this is another solid one. If you've been around for a while, you know that I absolutely adore these space savers. These are honeycomb space savers. I get these from Amazon, but you can find something very similar to this at the Container Store, Home Goods, sometimes, you know, stores like that. But these are perfection. They help you maximize the space. So you'll notice, like, I can fit like 2 pairs of socks and it's compartmentalized. I know where stuff is at. It's easy to access. It's easy to put things back, and once you're doing laundry and things like that, and your drawers are just in order. It just makes the most sense to do this. Just increases functionality. They're my absolute go-to for my space, for my client spaces. Like, y'all, you don't have these? Look at this. It's so easy, as your clothes come out of the laundry, just to stuff your underwear, your sports bras, and your socks and stuff in. It just makes the most sense. Like, look at this. Just put it in. And you're done. It's organized. Your space is optimized. It makes sense. And then side note, look at my plant, just flourishing. Coming along, y'all. We're coming along. And then real quick, this is just another example of multi-purpose furniture. So this is my bed frame. I have 2 pull-out drawers, 1 and 2, but I put my workout clothes here. I have my little drawer organizers. Everything is file folded, and it just makes the most sense, and it helps me to maximize my furniture in my house, right? Because I have multi-purpose furniture literally all throughout the house. Another way to make sure that you are maximizing your space well, and just like a very simple hack, is to make sure that all of your drawers have organizers in them. Now, y'all, these came from the dollar store, like super cheap, but I just compartmentalize the things in these, and all of the drawers in my house, they all have some type of organizer just to maximize, again, the function and the space. And it's just easy to keep up, easy to know where stuff is at, especially when they're organized and they're intentional. It's such a simple solution. And a lot of times people are so, they harp so much on like, it has to be pretty, it has to be pretty. You'll notice like I got mismatched stuff in here, but it's organized, it's functional, it makes sense. And then y'all, this is funny. So a client gave me all of these, and these are my absolute faves. So I didn't use an organizer here just because of what is literally just this, but drawer organizers are gonna be your BFF. And again, I have organizers in all of the drawers in my house. Okay, so as you can see, the washer and dryer is actually like in my dining room / kitchen area. So I don't have like a dedicated space for things like this, like my laundry detergent or even my, cleaning things. And so y'all, command hooks, they're gonna be your best friend. They're your best friend. They're not heavy, and you can get like pretty heavy duty, strips to hang things on. And this is like the perfect solution. Even if you had like something like magnetic hooks, they would work perfect on here as well. But that's what I do. And then I just have like a little bin here for my, laundry stuff. And that's it. That's the hack. Small space organization. I might swap that out because sometimes I don't like looking at it, and I want this area to be a little bit prettier. I think that kind of jacks it up just a smidge, but so far it works, it's functional. I have this curtain here again to kind of make it look a little bit more decorative and appealing, but the hack here is this. This is it. This is the hack. Do this. Use command hooks literally everywhere you can. Again, you will always see me using command hooks to just maximize vertical space. They just make sense, y'all. They make all the sense in the world. Here's a glimpse of my pantry, or at least the bottom part. Another way to maximize your space, especially when you have not a lot of space, is to maximize the backs of cabinet doors. I have pretty much an over-the-door organizer on all of the cabinets in the kitchen. That makes sense. And then again, the infamous command hook. Again, the shoe space savers, they are super clutch. So I'm standing right in front of my door. I do not have like a closet or anything, and I don't have a big closet in my bedroom, and I have quite an amount of shoes. All of my tennis shoes are actually stored at the front of the house in this shoe cabinet organizer. This thing came from IKEA. Absolutely love. It's one of my favorite buys from IKEA when I'm thinking about shoe storage solution, and it's going to fit in a client space. It fits in my space perfectly. But let me show you how I use those shoe space savers to maximize the space in this cabinet and to, fit more shoes. So this is what it looks like. Again, you see I have the shoe space savers, and what would fit 12 pairs of shoes actually can fit 24, because instead of stacking the shoes side by side, I'm maximizing the vertical space with these shoe space savers. And it makes the most sense for me. If you are like, Kanika, I need a space to organize all my shoes, keep them functional, optimize the space, this is gonna be literally your best friend. And I could just buy more space savers if I needed them. Like if I got more shoes, this will fit 24 pairs of shoes opposed to just 12. And if you have, so I wear size 7.5, 8 in women's shoes. If you have, you know, bigger shoes, you can slant these shelves. I'm not gonna do it now, but you can slant these shelves to maximize the space to fit bigger pairs of shoes. Another way to maximize the space in your home to make it more functional and then also decorative are going to be things like these shelves. They can be, you know, wall shelves where they're mounted to the wall, or this is like a freestanding decorative, you know, shelving system that I have, and I use it as decorations and also organizing. You see I have bins here with things labeled inside of them. This is more so like decorative. I think I need to do something with this corner, like take some of this stuff out. But you get the gist. Shelves are going to be a really good solution for maximizing that vertical space and adding a little bit of your decorative sense and your organizing solutions. Invest in systems that are stackable. So preferably, I like things that have pull-out drawers opposed to things with like lids, because with lids you have to pull things out, you got to move stuff around, so that's not really my preference. I do though think that you should try to get things that are stackable. So this is again a modular system from the Container Store, but if you could find something similar to this, this is great. And this is how I store my linen stuff. And so stackable systems are going to be your BFF, preferably things that have pull-out drawers opposed to something with a lid. But depending on what's in the bin with the lid, it can work. But again, the idea here is that you are investing in systems that are stackable. And lastly, another way to maximize your space, your small space at home, is to use products like carts. So I have 2 carts. This one is in my office. You'll see that I have it subcategorized with these little cart organizers. And then the bottom 2 tiers, again, there's a cart organizer there. What it's more so like tech stuff, batteries, and then these are just like notebooks and then my gimbal. This is a good example of like using a drawer or like a lid for this, because I don't have to use it every single day. It's not completely annoying, but if I needed to access something every day with the lid, I would get tired of that. So it may be a personal preference, but again, carts are gonna be helpful and things that are stackable are gonna be helpful. All right, y'all, hopefully that was helpful to see some of the things that I am doing in my home to maximize the small space. Again, I live in a 900 square foot home, so I have to be very intentional about the systems that I'm creating and the products that I'm using to make sure that I can access and function within my own home. So take some of these ideas, take what you feel like will serve you, that will help you best maximize the space in your home. I'm going to go ahead and link some of the products that I showed in this video, because again, I swear by them. I use them in my home. I use them in client spaces as well. So I know they work. They are tried and true. If you found this video helpful, again, do me a solid, like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel, friends. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every single time I post a new video. All right, beautiful. I will talk to you a little bit later. Peace.